Good day, you awesome people. Devan Fourie from Our Voice. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of the people that watched my first video. Your view means more than you can think. Today I want to discuss the radical left and right politics in South Africa, what this means, and why it is a problem. For those that are unaware, the left and right political system is just terms we use to define whether a person is right-leaning towards hierarchies or left-leaning towards equality. It might not seem like it, but we need both of these viewpoints to function in a society. We should also have a discussion between these two groups as the political horizon is constantly shifting. We should, however, ensure that people on the radical ends of this spectrum does not participate in our politics because of one reason. We can see what this did in the past and how it negatively affected millions of people. We are all familiar with the radical right. They are also referred to as the alt-right. The examples are Nazi Germany, the apartheid government, and the ethnic cleansing in Australia. The radical left, however, is often forgotten. The examples are Joseph Stalin's USSR, Mao Zedong's China, and the cancerous social justice warrior movement across the globe. South Africa is becoming one of these examples. But instead of being in one end of the spectrum, it relies on the worst parts of both of them. Just like two wrongs can't make a right, we cannot use radical leftist ideas to fix the problems that the radical right has created in South Africa in the past. The radical left rely on the ideologies of Karl Marx. So who is Karl Marx? Karl Marx is the author of Das Kapital. He's an open critic to capitalism and is often referred to as the father of communism. What is socialism then? Socialism is just a precursor to communism as described by Karl Marx. Karl Marx's communism, or Marxism for short, has many different derivations. Stalinism, named after Joseph Stalin, Leninism, named after Vladimir Lenin, Trotskyism, named after Leon Trotsky, and Maoism, named after Mao Zedong. Each of these people promised that their version of Marxism would bring strength, equality, and wealth to their country. They all were wrong. I will do videos on each of these in the future. These derivations of Marxism are just different ways of reaching the same two goals: eliminating worker exploitation and eliminating economic classes. This allows us to bridge the divide between the working class and the upper class, which in turn would eliminate the problems caused by this divide as described on my previous video on crime in South Africa. In other words, it's trying to create one big middle class with no one above or below it. But wait, this sounds amazing. Why not make the whole world communist so that we can get rid of this patriarchal tyranny? Simply because it doesn't work. We've tried it in the past, it failed many times, and hundreds of millions of people paid their lives for us to come to this conclusion. So is capitalism the answer? Well, no, but it's the best one we have. Our Western society decided that if we can't eradicate the hierarchies, that we can at least structure them so that competence is the best way of reaching the top of the hierarchy, instead of power like the radical left might suggest. In a capitalist society, you are allowed to climb the economic hierarchy as you see fit, as long as you adhere to the ethical boundaries set by society. This is where the left come in. They make sure that the people that can't participate in this hierarchy are looked after, like the people with disabilities or disorders. This brings me to my next point, and that is that South Africa is a free market, but that we don't have ethical boundaries. If you truly believe that black people and white people are the same, then why are white people discouraged from participating in government contracts? And why do they have to pay penalties for not having black ownership? Sounds like a radical right idea to me. On the other hand, political parties in South Africa is promising economic paradise in the name of communism, which is a pipe dream at best, and is starving South Africa at worst, as seen in the historic examples. A radical leftist idea, nonetheless. This is me signing out. Thank you for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Please consider liking and subscribing and leave a comment if you disagreed with anything that I said. Have a good one.